This show contains spoilers and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Movies with Ron, movies with Ron.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Movies with Ron.
Me and Rick watched American Made.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Pretty good Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah. Didn't get enough attention when it came out because he's not a superhero.
Right.
But of course, seeing Tom Cruise, I start looking him up online. That always leads into a Scientology
Right.
subject. And then I start free-falling into Scientology. And
It's not a bad idea.
I came across a story that's like been handed down throughout the years from a film crew.
Uh-huh.
All right? Films have the stars, but when you hear the stories from the underlings that worked on the movies, those are usually the most trustworthy.
Right.
And it's about that movie Phenomenon
Yes.
that came out in the 90s starring John Travolta, another Scientologist.
Right.
Okay, so Phenomenon, he plays this guy that has like special gifts. He develops them. Anyways, on set, someone fell like from a ladder or from a scaffolding
Yeah.
and shattered their leg. Yeah. And John Travolta was like, everyone step aside. They're like calling the paramedics and stuff. He's like, everyone stop. I can heal him. All right, so everyone stops and lets John Travolta do his thing.
Uh-huh.
And he like kneels over the guy and like hovers his hands over his leg.
Uh-huh.
And no one has the courage to say anything, because he's John Travolta and it's like religious freedom. Like
Yeah.
no one, tricky situation there. All right, so the paramedics get there and they know it's John Travolta. So they're like, oh, yeah, man. You did good job, man.
Right.
Oh, so awesome. You were so great. And they like secretly patched up the dude's leg and put him on a stretcher and took him to the hospital,
Uh-huh.
And it got me thinking. I just got this paranoid vision of like me being in a horrible accident, and I'm laying on the ground. Right, and I've got that tunnel vision where I'm just like seeing the top of a well from the bottom, and I've got the people hovering over me like, well, so someone get a doctor, call 911. And then like I hear this voice off in the distance like, wait, it's okay. And then a new face pops up in my vision, and he's like, I'm a Scientologist. Welcome to episode 85 of Movies with Ron, the podcast where my older brother recaps a movie he saw from beginning to end for me and you, because we like his versions better. It's okay if you've seen the movie. It's okay if you haven't seen it. The experience is unique. So let's get it on. I'm Chris, your MC for the time being. Here with me tonight are sound guy Rick,
Hey-o.
Nurse Candy,
Hey, everybody.
and here he is, folks.
He's the ball cracker, death on foot. You know him, you love him. He's Ron. Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Ron.
Well, here we are. Candy's first recap.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you nervous?
This is very surreal feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is not smiling at all.
It's like a dream I never really wanted to have.
Ron was the first one to show up, and I was like, she's just not going to get here, and she's never going to talk to us again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm busy with work.
No, like, I'm just stuck in traffic, you guys.
But because the Jaguars defeated the Buffalo Bills, Ron promised that Candy would recap The Longest Yard from 1974.
Yeah.
I was used
Yeah.
like a pawn.
Making promises. I don't want to work. My name's in the show. But yeah, Candy will do it.
He asked for her.
Yeah, I know.
She wants to work here. She needs to contribute something. I'll tell you what, though, since she had the recap this week, I took up her mantle and I made a game.
Oh,
All right.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it was hard.
But The Longest Yard is a prison football movie.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Simple plot. The prisoners play the guards. I've only seen the Adam Sandler one from 2005.
I can't remember it, but I know I saw it.
Never saw it.
Well, the Adam Sandler one is the second most successful sports comedy ever made.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know what the first one was?
No. Waterboy.
Fucking Waterboy.
Oh, yeah, of
Waterboy
course.
was awesome.
I will do it for free. Not only will I do it, Coach, but yes, I'll do it.
But the 2005 Longest Yard is criticized for taking out all the grit of the original and replacing it with slapstick Adam Sandler humor.
I can see that.
And they call the 1974 Longest Yard a classic mix of genres that is clearly racist, homophobic, and misogynist.
It really is.
And in the 2005 version, which is PG-13, Adam Sandler can't even say the F word. So it loses something special, I gather. There's also a British remake called Mean Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Vinnie Jones, Jason Statham.
Oh,
A lot of parts are actually word for word.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead of playing football, they play football. Now, in 1974, The Longest Yard won the Golden Globe for Best Comedy.
Yeah, it did.
Weird.
Why is it called The Longest Yard? Does anyone know
Yes.
the meaning behind that?
It's because of the prison yard.
Yeah. It's also got another meaning. It's the ratio of gained yards against lost yards in a football game. So in every game, you have a team that has the longest yard, apparently.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
think I'm explaining that correctly.
It's a pun.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about football.
Yeah. Hey.
I didn't know the real rules until about like 5 years ago. Like I never got the yardage, the downs. They have to get 10 yards to get another first down. That took like 20 years of watching football to figure out. It was embarrassing. I remember being in PE and like, you know, we'd pick our teams. I wouldn't know a goddamn thing about football. You know, we'd pick our quarterback and he'd just be like, block that guy. And I'd be like, oh, okay.
Chris Smash.
Yeah, I called Candy the other night and I was like, how's it going? You watching the movie? You gonna be ready? And she was like, yeah. Only, I don't know football moves. And I was like, you'll be fine.
We're going to get halfway through the movie, and then when the game starts, it's going to be like, and then they win.
Yeah. and then they all played the game.
Or they lose.
There's running,
Yeah.
whistle blowing.
I don't know if they win. No spoilers. The audience of the 1974 Longest Yard, very divisive. Okay, I read reviews, like user reviews, and half of them are from the man's men, who are
Yeah.
like, this is a classic movie, The
Right.
Gridiron. At the beginning of the film, there's a great car chase, and he teaches his girlfriend a lesson.
Oh my God.
At the beginning. But then the other half of the reviews are from people like username Hitchcock, without the K, who says, if there ever was a manipulative film, this is it. I'm a non-violent person. I knew everything was designed to work over my prejudices and primitive feelings of revenge. And yet, when the game started, I was transfixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing about The Longest Yard is sports movies usually like rush through a season. And this is all
yeah.
building up to one game. And then the game takes up a lot of the movie.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it's a big thing. All right. Directed by Robert Aldrich.
Hey, man, you're getting better every day. You've been practicing that name for a week.
Who directed such films as Kiss Me Deadly, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, The Original Flight of the Phoenix, and The Dirty Dozen.
Oh.
And many people thought that with The Longest Yard, he sold out.
Huh.
He got criticized for that pretty bad. And I don't know. Time has told.
Right.
It kind of had the opposite effect. It's a classic movie.
Hell yeah.
Aldrich's last film was All the Marbles, starring Peter Falk, who plays the manager of a female wrestling tag team.
Yeah.
His last film, very similar to The Longest Yard because it leads up to a big grudge wrestling match, which takes up like half an hour of the movie. So his last film, he pretty much remade The Longest Yard.
Yeah. But for ladies this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's like one woman in The Longest Yard, and I do believe you are going to be impressed with who it is.
So, Ron, how about this game?
Fuck yeah.
I want to play a game.
We like prison movies and we like football movies, and now it's time for the three of you to guess which one.
All right, here we go.
So I'm going to say a quote from a movie.
Uh-huh.
Some of them are quite obscure. You have to tell me whether it is from a prison movie or a football movie.
All right.
Oh, good idea.
Now, since you have a 50-50 shot of getting it right, you can then win an extra point by telling me what movie it's from.
Okay.
This might go pretty quick. It might take up half the episode. I didn't really know what I was doing when I was doing this, so get ready for a lot of, man, what the fuck? Does everybody understand?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Well then, without further ado.
Let the game begin.
First quote, football or prison? The first one to get it right gets that point.
Okay.
Perfect. Fuck. Okay, stay here and get butt fucked by 12 Neanderthals, bitch.
Prison.
Football.
Chris gets it.
Yeah.
It's a trick question.
You will find many of them are tricky. That was Any Given Sunday. Number 2. I don't like soft ass shit.
Prison.
It is prison.
The Rock.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Good job, Rick. Number 3. You can do it. Cut his fucking head off.
Football.
Prison.
It is football.
Damn it.
What movie?
Yeah. Waterboy.
The Water Boy.
Oh, shit.
Number 4. Well, hello, boys and girls. There's nothing worse than a sad clown.
Prison.
Prison.
Candy gets it.
Woo.
What movie?
Alcatraz. Escape from Alcatraz.
Wrong. Looking at you, Rick. The movie.
I love you something.
No.
I love you, Philip Morris.
Yeah.
The movie is Get the Gringo.
Dang.
Fuck.
Number 5. What is your malfunction, you fat barrel of monkey spunk?
Football.
Prison.
Good job, Rick. What movie? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh.
Number 6. You shouldn't mess with boys that are bigger than you.
Football.
Prison.
Prison. What movie? I don't expect you to know that
What
one.
was it again?
You shouldn't mess with boys that are bigger than you.
Green Mile.
Bronson. Number 7. You didn't think I was going to find you, but I got you now. I'm going to bust your gut open and watch you die.
Prison.
Prison. Football.
Football.
You don't get that. You said prison first.
All right.
Scratching off Chris's point. Candy is in charge today. It's your day. Rick, since they keep bulldozing ahead of you, would you like to
Rick.
guess at what movie that is? You're not going to get it.
No.
It is The Program.
Oh, the program. All
That
right.
was good.
Yeah. Greg Sheffer.
This is hard.
Some might say too hard. But that's what you get when I'm running the show. Number 8. The cunningly titled Elbow in the Face. Very, very effective. But you do tend to get sent off, so if you're going to use it, make sure the ref's not looking.
Football.
Nope.
Prison.
Candy gets it.
Damn. Nice. That was a good one.
Any guesses on what it was?
Wait, you said prison first.
Oh, scratching off Candy's point.
Just give him an extra point. I need
Rick,
this. I need
now,
this.
I will
need this
say,
point.
Rick has not said anything to this one, so it's yours if you say the word prison.
Prison.
Rick gets the point.
Yes.
What movie was it from? I'm expecting a little backlash when you find out what it is, but I'm prepared.
Longest Yard?
It is Mean Machine.
Fuck.
This game is based on American football and prison movies. Number 9. And say what? Please remove your dick from my ass?
Football.
Prison.
Chris gets it. Football.
How about The Replacements?
Wrong-o. Any other guesses? Not from Chris.
Necessary roughness.
No.
Pigskin Shoehorn.
Not a movie. That was Jerry Maguire. Candy's got a
That
look on her
is
face like, that ain't no football movie. But it is.
It's a mixture of genres.
Number 10. If I wanted a big brother, I wouldn't have killed mine.
Prison.
Prison.
Nope.
Foosball.
Rick gets the point.
Thank you.
Rick said prison first.
You all
We all
said
said
something,
prison
so
first.
it all reset.
What?
Every one of us.
If we all get one... All right. Reset. So it's a football movie?
Yes, what movie?
What was the quote again?
Nope. If I wanted a big brother, I wouldn't have killed mine.
Little Giants.
No.
Remember that fucking movie?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good movie, dude. Rick Moranis.
He's got Cheetos in his helmet, boss. Are they crunchy or puffed? Puffed. Wimp.
Shit.
Just pretty much say any football movie's name and you might get it.
The replacements.
No. Rick, this one last guess is for you.
I don't know.
That was necessary roughness.
Damn.
Number 11. Listen carefully. It's your barbecue, man, and it tastes good.
Prison.
Football.
Rick and Candy get
Con Air.
a point, and Rick gets Con Air.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
Put the bunny down.
Number 12. When I'm finished with you, you'll be farting out of your mouth and talking out of your butt.
Football.
It is football. What movie?
Replacements.
Little Giants?
Good job, Rick.
Oh, damn.
That was the chick football player, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's a little girl, yes. It's like I don't really call those chicks. But yes, absolutely. She was a female football hero.
She was the oldest of them.
Ron, consider my age at the time when I saw that.
Done and done.
Thank you.
Number 13. What's your name, kid? Charlie Butts. Charlie's butt? Ha ha ha. You got a pretty friggin' funny name, kid.
Prison.
Football.
Good job, Chris. What movie?
Escape from Alcatraz.
Very good.
Nice.
Number 14. Gentlemen, this is none of your business. Shane's our business. We're the guards.
Prison?
Prisoner. Prison.
Football.
Good job, Chris. What movie? I told you they were tricky. I saw that one and I was like, guards. It works for both.
Replacements.
It is The Replacements.
Yeah.
Did you know that because of Shane?
No.
Shane Falco. Number 15. I'm currently cooking up some turds to go with it. Have them out to y'all tomorrow.
Prison.
Prison.
It is Prison. What movie?
Problem Child.
I love you, Philip Morris.
Wrong and wrong.
Hey, Ward.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Richards. Before the world turned its back on him. No, that one was from The Green Mile.
Oh. I think if two people say it, it's because they're pretty sure. They're confident with
You
their
don't get the
answers.
point. Too fucking slow. Number 16. Your mother was my favorite whore in Marrakesh. Man, she knew how to polish a helmet.
Prison.
Football.
Good job, Chris. What movie?
Fortress.
Wrong.
Oh, good guess.
Yeah.
That was Escape Plan.
Oh.
And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for Prison or Football.
All right.
Our winner is Chris with 13.
Jeez.
All right.
Rick came in a close second with 7.
Yes.
Candy bringing up the tail with 2.
I tried. I put up a good fight.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
She did.
Did she?
She did.
Very well. Congratulations, Chris. You win a kick in the dick.
Nice. All right.
All right, Candy, knock 'em dead, kiddo. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure your tight end keeps a tight ass, because this is 1974's The Longest Yard on Movies with Candy.
Yeah, here we go.
Move it out, people! Finally! Where the hell have you been? Well, it's showtime!
Come on, come on, come on, let's go, come on, let's do it, go,
Wait a
go,
minute.
go!
Let's talk about this.
Have a great show!
All right.
All right. Ooh, I am pumped.
Fly ball. Caught.
Okay, everybody. The scene opens up on what I can only describe as a swanky 70s living room.
Fuck yeah.
And here we get the logo that will be emblazoned in my memory forever, The Longest Yard. We go into the bedroom. We hear football on the TV, and we hear a woman's voice say, God, how long do we have to watch this crap? Only a moron watches 2 football games in a row. Then we settle on the bed where Burt Reynolds is laying.
Yeah, what's he wearing?
He's wearing some tight polyester pants and no shirt. He is obviously sleeping, and beside him is a very beautiful brunette in see-through red lingerie. And she goes, oh, that's so much better. She starts running her hand through his chest hair and going, you know, Bert, we're all alone. Come on, baby, let's get it on. And he's like, oh, he does not want to be bothered. And she says, come on, you know it'll be good. You know it. She drapes her, she climbs on him. She's wearing a see-through red robe with no top. Like you can see her breasts. And he goes, get off me. And just takes his arm and pushes her all the way off the bed and onto the floor. She hits the floor. He wasn't in the mood, so he pushes her the fuck off the bed. She goes, you son of a bitch. He just gets up, walks into the living room. He's buttoning his pants. She storms out. Where the hell do you think you're going? You all-American son of a bitch. This whole scene has some of the best dialogue, I swear.
Yeah.
It gets better. He says, I'm splitting. She says, you split when I tell you to split.
Damn right. I was like, what the fuck?
And then she looks at him and she goes, you whore. To Burt Reynolds. He's pouring himself a glass of vodka. She says, everybody's bought you. The colleges, the pros. Who paid for the caps on your teeth? Who paid for the clothes on your back? If I took back everything I've given you, you'd be bare-ass naked. He's looking for the car keys. Don't you take my Maserati. He's walking out. She takes a whole bottle of booze and throws it at him, and it hits the wall next to him and breaks. She comes up and tries to block him from going out the door. Don't you take my car. And she slaps him in the face. He then grabs her by the face with his entire hand and slams her up against the wall and then takes her by the face and throws her onto the ground. I was like,
Good Lord.
like, are we supposed to like him? Is he our hero?
Hey, this is Burt Reynolds.
He says, I earned it. And he walks out. Starts up the car, takes a swig off his drink, and pulls away. She gets up, calls the cops, picks up the phone, and says, give me the police. He's driving down the road in her Maserati, and the cops pull up behind him. He puts the car into gear, throws his drink in the back seat, and what follows is an incredibly dangerous car chase. He ends up driving through a public park, almost hitting several pedestrians just walking through this park. He hits a public roadway, drives through the parking lot of a supermarket, hits somebody's grocery cart.
When you ride with me, you ride with the best.
Yeah, they, you could tell they put a lot of planning into this chase.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't spend all that much money, They were like, listen, man, you have got to be out of the way when he hits your grocery cart.
Yeah. He barely misses this woman. Cops are behind him. He drives onto a bridge, and the bridge starts to go up for a boat. There's a boat coming.
Yeah, drawbridge.
A drawbridge. He drives off the edge, leaving the cops on the other side. He's laughing. He drives to the dock, puts the car in drive, and lets it run right off into the water. He walks away laughing.
He is so cool.
The cops find him sitting at a bar. The first question they ask him is, "Hey, why'd you dump her car in the bay?" "I couldn't find a car wash." The cops actually start laughing with him. They have him get up and turn around. They're trying to frisk him. He turns around and punches out one of the cops that has come to arrest him.
Ooh.
They get into a fist fight, trying to arrest him.
Yeah, and then one of them cops like holds him for the other cop. You can punch him in the stomach. Yeah, and the bartender is like, yeah, hold him. Like the bartender that's been like giving him drinks for like the last 15 minutes.
One of the cops says, "Now I got you for stealing a car, drunk driving, drunk in public, and resisting arrest." And then Bert kicks the guy in the nuts. So we cut to Bert being driven to prison. And let us remember, this was all because his girlfriend wanted to get laid.
Yeah. But
And
when you're
he
done
did
with
not-
him, you're done with him.
He did not want to comply. And now he's going to prison. It's an idyllic countryside. There's harmonica music playing. They pull up to this beautiful, big white prison.
Sounds beautiful so far.
My God. It was beautiful.
They walk him in. He's wearing this blue polyester pantsuit. They check him in. First thing they do is cut off his beatnik hairdo and shave his trademark mustache. So Bert is clean shaven throughout this entire movie.
I think this is a big deal because Burt Reynolds' image was the mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good, I gotta say. So after they got him in his whites and all checked in, first thing they do is walk him into the office of Captain Knauer. Now, Captain Knauer is a big deal in this movie.
Yeah. Who plays him?
Ed Lautner.
You know
He's
who that
kind of
is,
a
Chris?
face. I can't even really tell you what other movies he's been in, but you know him when you see him.
Yeah, he has been in many movies.
He plays many unsavory authority figures. Captain Knauer stands up, pulls out his baton, and starts spinning it to show Bert who is in charge. He says, "Warden Hazen thinks you're pretty hot stuff. But I'm Captain Knauer, and I run things in this prison. He just sits behind a desk all day while I'm out here busting heads. Now he's going to ask you to help coach a football team. And when he does, you tell him no. You got that?" And then he hits him in the gut with his baton.
Yeah.
Captain Knauer is the coach of the guard football team.
Yeah. It's a semi-pro team.
But he's also the quarterback.
All right.
So he doesn't want Bert having anything to do with this. This
Right.
is his job. He looks at Bert and he says, "I don't like you. You got that?" And Bert says, "Oh, yeah, yeah." So then they walk into the hallway leading up to Warden Hazen's office. And we run into the warden's secretary.
Oh, yes.
Much to the delight of Chris, it is Bernadette Peters.
My tongue's rolling out of my mouth.
Hell yeah, man.
Now, she's really cute in this movie, but she has this gigantic beehive hairdo.
Oh,
that
man.
stands up like a half a foot off her head. It's like a big blonde beehive.
It's huge.
Bernadette Peters says, "Warden, Captain Knauer's here to see you, and he's got inmate Cruz with him." They walk in, and there is smiling Eddie Albert behind a desk. And he is pleased as punch to see Bert, because he's got plans for him. He says, "The Wrecking Crew, Paul Crew. Damn, good to meet you. You know, we've got a football team here."
Yeah? Oh, yeah? This is my Burt Reynolds. Oh, yeah, got a football team, man?
He goes, "Oh man, people can learn from a skillfully played football game. The spirit of achievement, teamwork. I could really use a man like you with your knowledge."
When you go to prison, the most important thing in your life is going to be booty. A man's butt.
Bert says, I haven't picked up a football in 8 years. I'm just here to do my time, and I want to leave.
Yeah, Captain Knauer has made it clear.
Oh, yes. Warren says, well, I don't want you to play. I could really use your help coaching. Warren says, I pulled a lot of strings to get you here. He loses his smile for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
We've been runner-up for national title for 5 years, and all I want is that title. Now, if you can help me get that title, I could make your stay here very enjoyable. Bert says, look, I just want to do my time and go. The warden's pissed. Well, I'll just turn you over to the captain here. Swamp reclamation. Get him out of here. The captain stays behind. You could hear the warden talking to him. Bert's out in the hallway with Miss Toot. It's Bernadette Peters' name.
Miss Toot?
Yes, it's
Man. God. Fucking dreamy, man.
The warden starts yelling at the captain. You promised me a championship, and you haven't delivered. I've gotten you everything you want. I gave you a raise. I got you new uniforms. This is your last chance. If you don't follow through, you're out of here. Captain's like, I've been trying, Warden. Bert's out in the hallway making eyes at Miss Toot. He says, I like your hairdo.
Yeah.
You ever find any spiders in there? She just looks at him. And then he says, you ever do it standing up? Now, she is not buying any of his bullshit, but you can see in the back of her eyes, she's interested.
Yep. I like his dick.
Captain Knauer comes out all pissed off, takes Bert out, pulls him into a mop closet, and beats the shit out of him.
Yeah. The whole
Like,
time.
takes out all of his aggression on him.
And Bert is like, I did what you said.
The next scene, you can see Bert has a big old shiner.
Yeah.
Now it cuts to the Florida swamp. And the inmates are being led to the edge of the swamp by a jeep full of guards.
So we're in Florida?
We are in Florida.
Okay.
The car chase took place in Palm Beach.
It was actually all filmed in Georgia.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. West Palm Beach is Burt Reynolds' hometown, and he wanted to film it there, but West Palm Beach was like, no.
Really?
Like, that's fine. I'll just put up some signs. And that is what he did.
So Bert is walking next to a prominent character in the film, and we are introduced to Caretaker, played by James Hampton, a young James Hampton. Now, you would recognize the older James Hampton as the dad in Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Gentleman.
Yes.
Kind eyes.
He's good in this movie.
A pinchable face.
He's poking fun at Bert. He says, hey, superstar, you got a good night's sleep? Bert is taking a lot of shit from all of the inmates because he was famous.
Yeah.
And he fucked up.
And he has a cute ass.
The pants are all very tight in this movie, I have to say.
Well, it is the
Like
70s.
uncomfortably tight. They all pick up shovels and are led to the edge of the swamp. Then a trailer pulls up and they unload all of the African American inmates. Like, they are segregated in this prison. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
A big muscly guard says, hey, I got an idea. Hey, superstar, come on over here. You ever work with a black guy before? They chain our next beloved character named Granville at the waist to Burt Reynolds. So they are working together for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like their belt loops are handcuffed together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they're working well together. There are no mishaps. He doesn't fuck them up at all. They're working great.
Yeah.
They sit down to eat lunch together. When they're getting their lunch, it is being dished out by a creepy inmate named Unger.
Yeah.
Who reoccurs later in the movie. They go back to working. Granville looks at Bert and says, now you know how it feels to do black man's work. How you like it? Bert says, it grows on you.
Yeah, what are they doing?
They're shoveling mud out of the swamp.
Yeah, it's reclamation, of the swamp, right? But when they pulled up, they were like, okay, today's make work day. And he's like, what the fuck's that mean? We shovel the mud in, and then we shovel it back out.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. It's like,
geez.
shit.
It's like pointless work?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And they're shoveling muddy sludge out of this fucking swamp.
So they're sitting down eating lunch, and this young guy comes up in front of Bert. His name's Rotka. He looks like Sylvester Stallone's little brother. He's like an Italian stallion.
Fuck yeah.
He starts doing push-ups and switches to one-armed push-ups, and then stands up and brushes the dirt off his hands into Bert's face. Like, fuck you, I'm better than you.
And into his lunch tray.
Yeah. And walks away. Bert's like, what the hell is this all about?
Yeah.
So caretaker says, well, some people might think you deserve it. You know, most of these guys never had anything, but you had everything. And you lost it all and got your hand caught in the cookie jar. Now, nobody would really care if you got caught selling dope, stealing cars, but man, shaving points off a football game, that's un-American.
Yeah.
This is the big
This
kind
is
of backstory.
yeah.
Yes.
That's what he did wrong.
So his career ended in disgrace. He threw a game. Caretaker asks him, why'd you do it? Bert says, man, that's a long story. And caretaker says, well, I got 8 years. And then they both laugh. They've bonded. They are friends now. So they go back to work and a Jeep pulls up and these huge guards get up. And Bert says, man, what the hell are those? Granny says, those are some members of the warden's football team. We don't have regular guards around here.
yeah.
The day goes on. Bert's sweating. This day is exhausting the shit out of him. He's dirty. At one point, Rotka comes up to him again and does a handstand next to him and starts doing one-armed push-ups in a handstand position.
Yeah, man.
And then looks at Bert and says, football, faggot. So they're getting a drink. And an old guy, he looks like he's 70. He's passing out the water. Bert says, man, shouldn't you be up for parole soon?
Yeah.
He says, well, I made the mistake of hitting a big fish about 30 years ago. And that guard ended up being the warden.
Yeah.
So he sent me out here when I was 63 to die, and I've been hanging on ever since. His name's Pop. He's a good guy. It's the end of the day, and Bert's laying on his bed, his bunk. Pop goes and gets him up. No, man, you cannot be laying in bed before lights out. They will kill you around here if you do that.
Yeah.
Bert staggers up. He can barely walk. Staggers to where the guards are sitting and says, I want to talk to the warden. And then just collapses. Like it took one day to beat that shit out of him. Next day, they're working on the swamp again, and Rotka, young Italian guy, comes up and gets into a mud fight with Burt Reynolds, but puts mud in his boot. Bert takes a big old mud ball, stuffs it down Rotka's pants.
Yeah, it's all done very slowly and deliberately, though. Like, I put mud in your boot.
Jeez.
And then Bert's like, oh, yeah? Well, I put mud in your boot. And all the rest of the prisoners are like, whoa.
So Burt Reynolds is like, all right, with a handful of mud, and like Rotka just like, let him do it.
He lets him do it, yes. It's
Okay.
ridiculous. So they end up tackling each other and falling into the mud, fighting. It is strangely intimate. So Captain Canower pulls up in a Jeep. They stop and look at him, and they all start fucking laughing. Captain grabs his baton, his nightstick,
Yep.
walks up to Bert and hits him in the gut with it. Then goes and tries to hit him in the head with his dildo of truth.
Yeah.
Slap him in the face with it. Bert catches it.
Oh, you are going to suffer for that.
Yeah. He says that buys you a night in the box.
The hot box.
The hot box. A guard comes up to the hot box the next morning. Bert's laying on the concrete. The guard opens the window.
Smells kind of gamey in here.
He says, go get yourself a shower and put on some clean whites. Warden wants to talk to you.
Fuck yeah, something might be happening. Turns out Bert is dead. And the movie is over.
Yeah, the credits roll. Good job, Kenny.
What'd you think, Rick?
Thought it was good.
Well, there you have it, folks.
I liked it.
Sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good. The warden and Bert are watching the guards practice. The warden says, so what do you think of my team here? Bert says, they're mean.
But hat.
Crude, but mean. Warren says they need something before their first game. Bert says it's simple. You get yourself a tune-up game. Find a team and kick the shit out of them.
Yeah, like an easy team.
Get them warmed up. The Warren says, how do you think we do against the pros? Bert says, the pros? You'd have a real problem. Warren says, well, how do you think we do against the cons?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You've given me an idea. I want you to put a team together for me for the tune-up game. And you're going to play quarterback. Bert says, whoa. I just want to finish my 18 months and get out of here. Warden says, but 18 months was to make parole, and that was before you. Oh, fuck. He hit Captain Canower with the nightstick. I left it out. Fuck.
Don't cut this out.
When did he hit him with the nightstick?
When he caught Captain tried to hit him in the head. Bert caught it and hit him in the gut.
And that's what got him in the box?
Exactly.
Okay, there we go.
I forgot it. Okay.
Now you see.
Here we go.
Everybody's like, I could do it.
Fuck.
Now I'm like, yeah, I'd throw him in the fucking box. Jesus.
Dude, oh yeah.
He says, well, 18 months, that was to make parole. And that was before you smacked Captain Canower with the dildo of truth.
Up his butt. Smacked him up his butt.
Bert says, oh, yeah. Warden says, your sentence was from 2 to 5 years. You could be with us for a long time.
We could get an apartment together.
All right, so how long do I have to get this team together? 4 weeks. Bert says, fuck. This is for early parole, right? The warden says, give me a game, Bert. He says, I'll give you a game. So the guys are in the yard looking at the sign-up sheet for the football team. They're like, football team? We're going to get fucking annihilated. Rotka chimes in and says, you know what this means? This means we get to hit the guards.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, baby.
This is awesome. We could even have the chance to kill one of them. And he's serious. Then it shows the black inmates in a separate yard looking at the same sign-up sheet. And they're like,
Fuck that.
didn't this honky golden boy sell out his last teammates? They go, yeah. Then he'll darn sure do it again. And they're all like, right on. So no black inmates sign up for practice.
Right.
Bert's sitting there at tryouts. And up walks Nate Scarborough. Bert says, holy crap, Nate Scarborough. From the Giants? Nate says, yeah, I've been here for 11 years. And I've been watching these guards play. I know these bums better than they know themselves.
I killed my wife.
We have no idea what Nate actually did to get in there.
I killed my wife. Is that wrong?
All right, who is he on the team?
Well, with that comment, Bert made him head coach. But Bert's still in charge, so he's like assistant coach.
Okay.
Pop's on the lookout, and they're going through the files looking for the most violent criminals they can find.
Jeffrey Dahmer? I love this guy.
It's Caretaker and Nate and Bert and Pop. Caretaker says, triple dismemberment. Hacked up his mother with a meat cleaver. Yeah, we got some good stuff here.
Yeah.
Bert says, can you get me the medical records of the guardsmen? Caretaker says, I'm the best hustler here. I can get you anything. What do you want medical records for? Bert says, I want to know which guards have had broken bones. I want to know all their weaknesses. We cut to a montage of Bert and Caretaker recruiting guys for the team. First up, Sonny Tannen. Sonny Tannen's some big, mentally challenged southern guy baling hay. He's as strong as an ox. We need him. He says, football? You mean we get to hit the guards? They're like, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Yeah. Next, they recruit an American Indian guy working in the kitchen named Indian. Now, this actor's name is actually Sonny Sixkiller, which is the most fucking awesome name anyone can have.
Yeah, you don't know this, but I'm actually still waiting for the judiciary approval for my own name change. It is Sonny Sixkiller. Odd that you bring this up.
Then we go out to the weight yard, and we meet Samson.
Oh, Samson, baby.
Yes. Samson's played by Dick Keel, who played Jaws in 2 James Bond movies.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, Chris?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was in
He's
Happy
huge.
Gilmore.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
It struck my foot.
He's actually 7'2" in real life.
Damn.
Well, moron, good for Happy Gilmore, my God!
Hey, shooter, forget your 9-iron.
But he's like really young.
He is young, and he speaks fairly eloquently.
Yes.
In my opinion. He says, I'm George Sampson Granada, Mr. Florida, 1964. Woo. He's lifting a huge barbell over his head. Then he grabs Bert's hand to shake it. and envelops Bert's tiny hand in his giant meat claw.
Yeah.
You interested in playing some football? Against the guards? Yeah. Sure. I look forward to it. So next scene, Nate's talking to Bert. We've got a good start, but we're going to need more if we want to win. Bert says, win? Who's talking about winning? I just want to survive. Nate says, this isn't just a game against the warden. If he shows us up, he shows that he's in control. He shows that he is better than us. And that's what this is about. So this is their one shot to come out on top. Bert says, if you're thinking about winning this game, you're as crazy as he is. Nate says, when you spend 14 years in the tank, you realize there's only two things they can't beat out of you or sweat out of you. Your balls. They're the only thing you'll have when you leave this place. Now, funny moment. After watching this scene, I was left thinking, well, what's the other thing? Like he just said one thing and that doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's two things. Now, funny response to that. I was watching it and I was like, yeah, that was pretty clever.
So Bert gives one last shot and approaches a group of African-American inmates playing basketball in the yard.
You step in here, you get raped. Right up the motherfucking brown eye, baby.
They all turn around and look at Bert like, what the fuck do you want? Get out of here before we kill you. One of them says, we know what you want, and we ain't playing ball with you. Bert's like, all right. And then Granville stands up.
Yeah, Granny.
Granny.
He's the guy that Bert was chained to in the swamp.
That's right. Yeah. I'll play with you. They look at him like, what are you doing? I'm playing football, motherfucker. And Granville joins the team.
All right.
Their sole black player.
Yeah.
We cut to a training montage. They are running through tires, hitting a tackling dummy. Jaws rips the dummy right off the chain.
Yeah, man.
They're practicing, and Bert says to Nate, hey, where's the specialist you promised me? And then we cut to two guards walking out a very muscular bald guy out into a yard. He looks very intense.
Yeah.
Very intimidating.
He's like in solitary.
Yeah, he's the Hannibal Lecter of the prison. Bert and Caretaker are standing there staring at him. Caretaker says,
If I see a man I like, I tell him like this here. I like you, and I want you.
Caretaker says, there he is, Connie Shockner, the biggest badass in the joint. He killed 5 people on the outside and 2 since he's been in here, with his bare hands. Right then, that creepy guy Unger comes up,
Yeah.
puts his hand on Bert's shoulder.
Oh, man. It's like through the fence, too. He deliberately
touching
puts his
him.
fingers through the chain link and grips Bert's shoulder. Unger is the creepy guy who was dishing out lunch.
He's kind of lecherous looking.
Yeah, very lecherous.
Okay.
Unger's been watching Bert and the guys practice every day. He says, hey, Bert, I want to be manager. Bert is patient. He kind of takes this in stride. He says, hey, Caretaker's manager. Well, I really want you to like me, Bert. I really want to be your friend.
Yeah. Like right there in front of Caretaker, who's looking at him like, the fuck?
Bert just looks at him and responds diplomatically. Well, sorry, Unger. Caretaker's already manager. If only I'd found you first. Like, he's not making any enemies here.
Yeah, it
He
was very
good.
deliberately diplomatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caretaker says, it's a good thing he loves you. He burnt down a house and roasted 5 people he didn't like. So they approach Shockner. He turns him down. He doesn't want to play. Then he says, wait, I get to kick the crap out of the guards? And he smiles and says, yeah, I want to play.
Yeah, that's like the selling point for every guy who joins the team.
the same-
And they use it many
Same line.
times.
So they're at practice the next day. All the guys are together. They start playing, and Shockner just stands up and punches fucking Jaws right in the face.
Yeah.
Just punches him because he can.
He's a rough one.
Just starts crying. You broke my fucking nose.
Yeah. He broke my fucking nose. He did it on purpose.
He did it on purpose. Bert looks at Shockner and he's like, say you're sorry. He does. He says, I'm sorry. Justin's like, okay. He said he was sorry.
Yeah.
I'll keep playing.
Smiling and nodding like, he said he was sorry.
After he punched him, he said, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
It cuts to Captain Knauer talking to a group of guards in his office. They're like, we got to do something. We can't let them win. We got to keep this from happening. So the first thing they decide to do is go harass Granny while he's working in the library. So Granny's working in the library, and there's a whole bunch of other black guys who are reading. They start pushing down books in front of him. Hey, what you doing, boy? You pick that up. Granny has the patience of a saint. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah, man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's smiling.
He's smiling. One of the guards says, hey, you know why all you guys call each other brother? Because half of you don't know who your daddy is, so you just might be brothers. Ooh. That pisses off everybody in the library.
Damn.
Yeah, they all look up.
Granville just smiles and says, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Lieutenant. So they're at practice again, and Bert is looking kind of discouraged with his guys. Then a big old group of black guys walks up. Hey, Bert, Granny tells us you need a little help. Well, yeah, I do. And we get to hit those guards? Yep. Well, then you got yourself a team.
All right.
So in a way, those guards just sealed their fate. They might have won.
Yeah.
Before that point.
Yeah. Pissed off all the black guys.
So the football team is eating dinner at their own table, and they are eating steak and drinking high C.
Hell yeah.
Man, they are getting treated right.
Damn. Ecto cooler?
You better goddamn believe it. Is there any other kind?
Caretaker leans over and says to Bert, how'd you like to have some home movies of the guards playing? You could study all their moves.
Yeah, they fuck. They fuck good.
Bert says, hell yeah. Caretaker says, well, there's a special service you'll have to perform, though. Bert's like, what the hell? They start laughing. Then it cuts to Bert getting escorted to the warden's office by Miss Toot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right this way, Bert. He's expecting you. So they leave the guard behind, and they are in the warden's office. Alone. The warden is not in there.
Right.
She hands him a reel of film and starts unbuttoning her blouse.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Oh, yeah. It is like all good in the hood.
She says, we only have 15 minutes. He's like, what? She says, like I said, we only have 15 minutes. They start making out and do things on the warden's desk that you can only imagine in your wildest fantasies.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I can't even talk about it on the show. It's graphic.
Too graphic for this show?
Bernadette, Miss Toot pulls out the dildo of truth.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
It then cuts to a montage of the guys preparing. They're showing x-rays from the guards, pointing out the old fractures, pulling out brass knuckles and teaching the guys how to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they're teaching them dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks.
On the field.
Oh, jeez.
They're talking about secret plays and getting ready to whip some ass. Then we cut to Captain Knauer talking to Unger in his office. He's telling him he's going to be put back into general population because Bert went and talked to the warden about Unger hanging around. So Unger has been spying on Bert and reporting back to the captain about what they're doing. Unger panics and says, but they kill snitches out there. Captain says, sorry, man. You can thank Bert for that. Then it cuts to Unger tampering with a light bulb
Yeah.
in one of the cells. We don't know which one. And he has a history of arson. So
Yeah, he's like filling the light bulb up from a syringe.
with a syringe. So where the fuck did he get that?
I know.
So the guys come back from practice. And Bert, Nate, and Caretaker are all hanging out down in Nate's cell, I imagine. They're talking about secret plays. This whole time, Unger has been hanging around Bert's cell. Bert says to Caretaker, hey, can you go get me those x-rays from my bunk? Caretaker goes up there, turns on the light in Bert's cell, and it explodes, and he is covered in some kind of combustible fluid.
Ugh.
And he is on fire. Unger
he's fucking burning.
Unger steps out, slams the door to the cell, and he is locked in there on fire. And then
Yeah.
Unger kind of backs up.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's a big fucking deal.
They can't get him out of the cell, and he is burning alive.
Yeah, you're like watching this fun movie, and then all of a sudden, like,
Holy shit!
Jeez.
And then we cut to Caretaker's funeral. Oh, the guys are somber. They're crying. Somebody lays a bouquet of flowers on Caretaker's casket, and they say goodbye to Caretaker. And then it cuts to game day.
Y'all ready for this?
all right, here we are.
All right. Tickets are being sold to the game of the year, the Guardsman versus the Mean Machine. The stands are full. All the inmates are listening over the...
Full of who?
I don't know.
It was open to the public.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as just a minor league semi-pro football game.
Yeah.
And yeah, the general public is invited to come in and watch this game.
Yeah. I would go.
Uh-huh.
It's playing over the intercom, so all of the inmates in the prison are listening to the game. The guys are in the locker room. They're still a little sad after Caretaker's funeral. Bert says, all right, now it's our turn. And here's a surprise from Caretaker. He pulls out this big cardboard box, rips it open, and they've got brand new black jerseys and helmets.
Yeah.
They're going to play in brand new uniforms.
Uh-huh.
And it says Mean Machine on the back of the jerseys in red letters.
Yeah.
The guys get all pumped, passing them around. All right. And then it cuts to the Mean Machine's cheerleaders in the stands.
Yeah. They got cheerleaders.
There's like 3 black inmates dressed in sequin dresses. They look like the Supremes. And there's like 6 other guys on either side of them wearing hot pants and holding pom-poms.
Right. They're called like the Sweet Cheerios of Cell Block C or something.
The announcer over the intercom says, let's welcome our own Citrus State Cheerios from Cell Block C.
There you go.
And the guards take the field. Everybody cheers. And then the announcer says, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the Mean Machine. And Bert and his ragtag group of guys run out onto the field.
Let's do this.
The guards see him, and they're like, holy shit, they stole our uniforms.
And beat the shit out of us, too.
The warden's looking at him like, what the fuck? What is going on? Everybody's cheering and going crazy.
Yeah, like the public loves them.
Yeah.
All right, it's the first play. You're going to have to bear with me because
Because she doesn't know football
I don't
moves.
know football moves. And just remember, you asked for this.
Thanks, Dennis.
They're in formation, and Captain Knauer whispers to Bert, how the hell did you steal our uniforms?
Yeah, Captain Knauer is quarterbacking for
Yes, he is.
for the guards.
The guards. Bert says, cute, aren't they? And he blows them a kiss.
Yeah.
The game starts, and the guards score a touchdown right off the bat. The warden's clapping. Everybody's cheering. They start again, and Granville blocks a kick, preventing the guards from getting a point.
The booty is mine. It belongs to me. You cannot take my booty.
The score is currently Guardsman 6 and Mean Machine 0. So now Mean Machine has the ball. They start again, and Bert gets tackled by Bodansky.
Who's Bodansky?
Bodansky is a big-ass mean guard.
All right.
Then there is a lot of whistle blowing, running, some tackling.
Cheering from the Cheerios.
Everybody tackles each other.
Icing of the knees.
Hey, man, just one thing with the cheerleaders, okay? Like, they, throughout the game, they're saying cheers, and, like, a lot of them are, like, complicated, and, like, they did a pretty good job. But there's this one that I remember where they just go, what's the name of the team? Mean Machine. What's the name of the team? Mean Machine. I couldn't stop laughing, man. What's the name of the team?
Bert starts looking concerned. Next play, Jaws jumps on the football, and the guys cheer.
All right.
The announcer says, Mean Machine ball on their own 32. I don't know what that means. Then they score, and the score becomes Guards 8 to Mean Machine 6. They high-five each other. Bert scores an extra point, sneaking the ball past him. Jaws says, hey, if Levitt comes up the middle again, I'm gonna clothesline that son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna clothesline this son of a bitch.
So they start again, and that is exactly what he does. The guy goes down like a bag of rocks.
Yeah, man.
And he is unresponsive.
Yeah. Fucking Jaws is like,
I think I broke his fucking neck.
The medic comes up and he goes, I think you broke his fucking neck. The announcer says.
yeah. The fucking announcer's like, I think he broke his fucking neck. And then Jaws again,
I broke his fucking neck.
They cart Levitt off the field on a stretcher.
like, murder. Yeah. Okay? And that just happened.
They clap him on the back for it.
But this is why they joined the team. And Jaws got it done.
Levitt was a guard?
Yes, he was.
Okay. All right, Mean Machine.
So the Mean Machine starts playing dirty, and these guards are getting fucked up. They're getting elbowed and punched. A lot of them are getting injured.
Yeah, yeah. Bert was like, hey, anybody you knock down, give him an extra kick in the face.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
The Mean Machine scores a touchdown, bringing the score to Guards 15, Mean Machine 13. It's halftime, and the teams go back to the locker rooms. The guards are pissed off. They're discouraged.
Yeah.
They're worn out. They're getting the crap kicked out of them. The Mean Machine is pumped. They're like cheering in their locker room, patting each other on the back. This is the point where the warden decides to have a private meeting with Bert in the shower room.
Yeah.
Yeah. This isn't going to be good.
You take off the clothes. So does this look infected to you?
The warden says, what the hell do you think you're doing out there? Well, you wanted a game and you got one. I never said anything about winning it. Well, you never said anything about losing it either. Look, just so you know, says the warden, I've got Unger in custody, and he's confessed to killing Caretaker. He said you knew all about it.
Yeah.
You didn't tell Captain Knauer, and that makes you an accessory to murder.
Yeah, he's like, you sent Caretaker into your cell.
Yeah. Oh. You could be looking at 20 years. Bullshit! You couldn't make that stick. The warden says, try me. You're going to lose the game, and I want a 21-point spread.
Yeah.
Damn.
Time to shave some points.
That's right. Bert says, I can't do that. And the warden says, you've done it before. You can do it again.
Yep.
Bert is fucking defeated. He looks at the warden and he says, I'm just sorry you're not out there knocking heads with us. The warden says, oh, I'm too old for that. And Bert says, no, I never thought you had the balls to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Then the warden pulls Captain Knauer aside and tells him Bert's going to throw the game, and Knauer is pissed. He says, we could have won that game. He's been working hard. The warden looks at him and says, you do as I tell you.
And when I say come, you come.
So he has everybody by the balls. Captain Knauer looks wounded. They go back to playing. Halftime is over. And naturally, the Mean Machine starts doing worse. Bert is screwing stuff up.
Yeah, he's throwing interceptions. Like, blatantly obvious.
The score is currently the Guards 28, Mean Machine 13. There's a fumble, and Bert walks away with a limp. Like he got injured.
Yeah, took himself out of the game.
Yeah. The whole team can see what's happening, and they're pissed at him.
Oh, yeah.
Bert says, I twisted my ankle. The warden's up there looking smug, up in the stands. The Guards get a touchdown, and the score is 35-13. So he's got his 21-point spread that he wanted.
Damn.
Then the Guards start playing dirty. The inmates are getting injured. The Guards are laughing at Bert
Yeah, because
on the bench.
When the warden told Knauer he's throwing the game and we're getting a 21-point spread, once you get that spread, beat the fucking shit out of every one of these prisoners.
Yes.
And he goes, I want them to know that I'm in charge. Like, he totally shows his true colors right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nate confronts Bert. What kind of a deal did you make this time? They're killing us out there and you don't even care. He's disgusted, and then Granville comes up to him. I trusted you, man, and you let me down. I know you don't care about nothing, but I didn't think you'd sell us out. It's the next play, and Granny gets injured.
Oh.
He gets the shit knocked out of him and breaks his collarbone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He looks at Bert and says, You happy now?
They're walking him off the field. As he's walking by the rest of his team, Sonny goes, "Oh, yeah, it's okay, man," and pats him on the fucking shoulder.
God.
And Granny goes, "Ow!" And then Sonny goes, "God damn, Granny." It's the weirdest shit.
Bert then looks over to Pop and says, "Hey, when you punched the warden 30 years ago, was it worth it?" Pop looks at him and says, "To me, yeah. Yeah, it was worth it." Bert stands up and says, "Give me my goddamn shoe."
Yeah.
And gets back in the game.
Come on, Bert.
The fourth quarter starts, and after not making much headway, Nate, who hasn't played in a long time but played for the Giants, grabs a helmet and gets in the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
When he first came back in, though, Bert immediately tries to pass the ball to one of his teammates who's just like, "Nope."
Yeah.
And they just let him get sacked. Now, you got some trust to earn back.
Bert gets the ball and runs with it, and the announcer says, "First down on the 20-yard line." Nate makes a fucking touchdown
Hell yeah, he does.
All right.
for the first time in like 14 years. Badanski then hits Nate, and he goes down. The crowd boos.
Yeah. Took him out. Took out his leg.
Yeah, he had a bad knee.
Oh.
Nate says, "It was my first touchdown in 14 years, and it was worth it."
Yeah.
He goes to the infirmary and gets put next to Granny. So the Mean Machine start playing better. Their confidence is up, and the score is now 35 Guardsmen, 27 Mean Machine. There's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Badanski stops a touchdown, and Bert decides that they're going to gun for Badanski
Yeah.
and take him out. So they're at the line of scrimmage, and everybody clears a path, and Bert throws the ball directly at Badanski's nuts.
Yeah.
He goes down. He gets up. He's staggering around.
Yeah.
Mean Machine gets a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness.
Then the fucking guards, like, they're in a huddle, and Badanski's like limping up to it. And he's all like fucking like punch drunk. And he's like holding his nuts. He staggers up to him and he just goes, "All right, huddle on the ball." And then the whole rest of the team just leaves the huddle and goes and re-huddles around the ball. And he's like, "What the fuck?" He has to turn around and go join him again.
So then the Mean Machine have their own huddle. And Bert goes, "Well, it worked once. It'll work again."
Yeah.
So they start up again. And Bert, for the second time, throws the ball directly at Badanski's nuts.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen, with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking.
It's the weirdest damn thing. The second time he gets hit in the nuts, he is unconscious. Like they cannot rouse him.
Yeah.
So it was a fatal testicular injury. They're talking about doing mouth to mouth. They call the ambulance. He gets carted away.
Yeah, nobody wants to do mouth to mouth.
They're playing awesome. They're catching up. And then, with 16 seconds left on the clock, Bert calls a timeout. He gathers all the guys around and says, "Let's do this for Granny. Let's do this for Caretaker. We've come too far to stop now. Let's go." Pumps all the guys up.
Yeah.
Bert has the ball, and he's dodging all the guards. And right at the last second, he scores.
Yeah.
He runs it in himself.
Yeah.
The game ends with Mean Machine at 36 and the guards at 35.
Yep.
They did it, baby. The crowd goes nuts. All the inmates in the prison are cheering. They can hear it.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
At this point, the guys all start walking to the locker room. But Bert turns around and starts walking out onto the field.
Yeah. Like towards the stands, like towards
Towards
the
the
public.
stands,
That's all
yes.
like making their way out of the prison.
Yes. The warden stands up. He's like, "What the fuck?" Captain Knauer walks up. The warden says, "Look, he's escaping," and has another guard bring him a fucking rifle.
Yeah.
He then hands it to Captain Knauer and says, "Shoot him! He's escaping! Do you see that?" Captain Knauer is used to taking orders from the warden. He holds up the rifle. He's got him in his sights, but he's screaming, "Bert! Bert!" Bert makes it all the way to the football and picks it up. Captain Knauer lowers the rifle and looks at Warden and says, "Game ball,"
Yeah.
and like shoves the rifle into his chest and walks away. Like he is done taking orders from him.
Yeah, and Bert's like walking back with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never had any idea that was happening.
Yeah, almost got killed. I was like, is he going to get killed in this movie? I wasn't sure.
It's a good moment, though.
Oh, yeah.
It was. Bert walks back with the ball and shoves it into the warden's hands and says, "Stick this in your trophy case." Then he turns around and walks into the sunset. And holy shit, the credits roll, baby.
Oh, man.
I did it.
You did it, darling. Good job. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The longest yard on Movies with Candy.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think, Rick?
It was good.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks.
So he was kind of an anti-hero who redeemed himself
Sure.
throughout the story.
Yeah. We're going to do 20 years, but, it's fine.
Well, as far as anti-heroes go, he's pretty powerful. You know, he, like, beat his wife and then beat a cop. It's like, how do you come back from that? And it's what got him in prison, was his lack of a purpose.
Right.
And then back on the field, he finds his purpose. I mean, he gets a higher understanding,
Redeems himself from his disgrace in his career, and behaves honorably with a bunch of criminals where he didn't with his actual teammates.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Candy.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah. Was it as hard as you thought it was going to be?
Yes, it was. I never want to do it again.
So they filmed this movie at the Georgia State Prison. And after the cast and crew left, the guards and the inmates were pumped
Yeah.
for the movie happening. And using all the equipment left behind by the film crew,
Wow.
the inmates played the Georgia State Troopers in a football game.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I quote, "The game quickly got out of hand, inmates pummeling the out-of-shape troopers for their alleged arrogance. The game was called at the half. It was,
my
it was
goodness.
ended halfway through, with the inmates ahead 66-0.
Holy
God.
And that was the end of prison football in Georgia."
Jesus. Wow.
All right, folks, if you like what you hear, if you're using that iTunes or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave us a rating and review. We'd really appreciate it. We got Twitter, @MoviesWithRon. We got a Facebook page. If you're on a desktop, there's movieswithron.com. Check us out. All right, it's been fun.
Yep. We love you.
See you guys.
Take care.
Movies with Ron.
Man, I thought we were getting that.
Dicks.
I want to lay down some
butts.
sweet beats.
Dicks. In butts. Dicks. In butts. In butts.
Oh, yeah.
Dicks. In butts.
Do it now.
Dicks. In butts. Dicks. In butts.
Are you ready for this?
Dicks. In butts.